had just had a complete thyroid removal. My surgery was 1 month, almost to the day they kidnapped me. But before that, they had been breaking into my house and orally and physically raping me. I had a wound on my neck. So when I got to John Falk, when I got to Edward Swan, I was a new patient that required blood drawn. I told him I was diabetic, that I didn't have my metformin, that I had a second dose coming. I was telling John Falk everything, and all he took was urine that came back 2 days later. You're not going to tell me John Falk couldn't have killed me. Then you got Edward Swan and his team come in, and Samson O'Letten. I ain't got no medication all day for my known already illnesses, and Samson O'Letten force me with the bore and floor at 10:30 p.m. at night. Where did I sit? I required a CPAP machine. What was I doing for 8 hours? That nurse said I was sleeping peacefully. No, I wasn't. Where was I at? Then Samson O'Letten from Windrush Behavior give me Zyprexa without knowing my medical history, because I'm telling them it's written on my records, but nobody still took blood. What about my TSH levels? My A1C, my blood sugar levels? Anything? Nothing. And they still gave me Zyprexa, and it could have killed me. I could have either went into being there for 8 hours with no medication. I could have went to a diabetic coma. Or is the thyroid disease coma edema? Yes, these doctors could have killed me. And it doesn't matter that they could, because the intent was there when they did nothing and lied about it. They did nothing. All they did was pillage. It was like I was already dead, and so they was taking whatever they could, because Edward Swan told me to say over and over again, if I don't remember nothing else, I just want to lay down and die. I said, nope, not me. And I remember kept falling, trying to get up. And he was drugging me. I remember laying in that bed with a beautiful light and the bed all fixed up supreme, like I was dying. Edward Swan did that to me. I'm looking at myself right now. This is how clear I saw him. I just thought he was Jane. I didn't know he was a woman, because I was looking at him from this area. Every time I saw that man in my face, he was either above my head, some way, so I couldn't get his face. But I did. I remembered him, just to know if he was a woman or a man. I remembered him. And that's why I don't know that Jane Lynette's criminal voice. It's Jane Lynette's criminal, returning its call. Why would I remember her voice on my medical records? She didn't talk to me. She said what she said. Punitive means to punish them. I know what it means, but I can still get it. Y'all did try to kill me, whether y'all didn't, because you did nothing. And y'all are doctors, and I had a visible scar on my neck. I kept telling you, I don't do drugs. I'm on medical marijuana. I just had thyroid surgery. Can somebody get my second Quinipro? Can somebody get my second metformin? Anything. You gave me nothing. I'm going to lie all over those medical records. It's like you already knew I was dead, and what you did was steal and pillage and rob from me. I know exactly what punitive damages mean. Y'all didn't care. Because if you took a blood test, y'all know what y'all gave me. Them drugs would have been in that blood test. Y'all gave me the urine test before y'all took me out for a gang-banging ride. I remember giving you the urine. But there was no blood test. And the blood test that Barry Goldstein put in his version is a blood test I took before my surgery. Patient Bill of Rights. I had surgeries, so the parameters of my blood would have been different. I was supposed to get a new blood test, not the one before my surgery, because I had no thyroid. It was going to be different anyway. But you didn't take blood, because you knew you were drugging me in my house, and you knew you were drugging me in that hospital. You didn't take no blood. So you're not going to tell me your actions were not to kill me. Your actions were malicious. Because you did nothing, John Falk. You did nothing, Joseph Twemmel. You did nothing, Deborah and Floyd. You did nothing, Jane Lennox Criminal. You did nothing, Edward Swan. You did nothing, Samson Overletton. And Ascension St. Agnes Hospital, you should be ashamed of how those medical records look. Y'all better get y'all shit together, because I guarantee you they do it all the time. Your actions were malicious. Your actions were intentional. A urine over a blood test for a newly surgical patient, intentional. You are a doctor. Whether you are ER doctor or ER nurse, you know the SOP just like I do, the standard operating procedure. It was intentional. It was malicious. Y'all didn't care if I was going to die. Just because I didn't does not mean I am not. So, like, follow, and share. Maryland is still run by TT and G. That's why they in that alley. That's why they still gangster. Y'all still got 100 people on one girl. Everybody have a great day. Like, follow, and share.